This is the World Championship Arcata de Ferndale cross-country kinetic sculpture race. That's right, these people are jockeys for sculptures. Sculptures that they push, pedal, and otherwise propel over 38 miles of land, ocean, sand, and mud. Ferndale, California is the cradle of kinetic sculpture racing. Been going on here for over 30 years. Meet glorious founder and kinetic guru, Hobart Brown.
This is where it all started. This is the machine, 1968. My son Justin Brown's tricycle. This was a seat for him, seat for me, roof for rain. Headlight's gone now. We had a headlight hanging under here, so a lot of this has gone away, but this was, I'm the glorious founder of this race, and this is how it all started. My son claims he's glorious reason. From that sculpture to this museum, this is where they come to die. Some get reused again, but a lot of them, this is it, the end of the trail for them.
So, oh glorious leader, how would you describe the glory of this competition?
It's a horrible race. I mean, you're muddy, you're ugly, you're everything. Everything that's going to happen is going to happen to you here. So what really happens is it gives you a chance under these horrible conditions to be a hero. The lower your position, the lower the minor, the smallest of jobs, whatever it is you're doing, you have a chance there to be a hero. And that's what we're all about. We're making heroes.
Heroes don't have to be winners, however. There are some serious awards in this race, like engineering and art, but you can also win Worst Honorable Mention, Best Bribe, and the coveted Mediocre Award. Some Type A personalities don't grasp the concept right away.
In fact, one of my biggest problems was trying to get across the Losers Award. Everybody says, I don't want to be a loser, and I thought, well, you already are. We're all losers. It just depends on what event you're in.
One fella who's won his fair share of kinetic sculpture awards over the years is Dwayne Flatlow. In real life, Dwayne does painting and designing, but this is where he likes to be, hanging out at the Yakima Kinetic Lab.
I moved up to Humboldt County in like 1977, and I went down to Main Street, Ferndale, and heard about this race. Hobart Brown did this race. And I watched that race coming down the street and watching these machines. These were all these weird contraptions. It's got the physical part, it's got the racing, it's got engineering, and it's got artwork. It's got all the things I love to do. Yeah. This is a really fun machine. This is called the Megasaurus. It has 6 people that pedal on this thing, and it's all human-powered. We have 36 speeds, 18 gears for the street, and 18 gears for the sand. The theme of this one is cavemen, of course, and this totally changes the whole look of a person. Of course, cavemen didn't wear glasses, but, you know. We build masks for the race every year. And you can see how a mask just changes your personality. Just simple mask. Now, this is a used one. You can see this has been used already. So we do use a few used items on it. You want to see this bike? Yeah, you got to see this. If you guys are into weird wheels, this would be the weirdest. We're going to actually probably take this outside there. This is, we call this the badass. He's been through a lot. He's pretty funky looking, but the tightest turn is, there's a lot of ways to do this race, okay? You can do is what they call ace, and that's actually going all 38 miles without ever pushing the machine. And there's a lot of teams that go out there and they actually pedal as hard as they can. They go up the sand like inch by inch. Out of the 19 years I've been racing, I think I've aced it 5 times. But we tend to look at our machine as a beautiful piece of artwork that we're escorting to the finish line. That's what we're doing.
Some of the sculptures aren't quite ready for the starting line. Check out the Lock Nut Monster Crew. 2 days before the race, and these guys are feeling the pressure.
My worst fear, just not being done before we hit the plaza. We pretty much have to ace. I've got one person on the team who's never done this event before, and his whole reason for doing this is to earn his wings.
And what are these guys hoping for? To earn their tusks? This is the Ken Beidelman team with an entry called Hog Heaven. This is one laid-back warthog.
I think we're going to take the cocktail cruise this year and take it really easy. I've been doing this for 16 years and I've aced the course 13 times, so We're gonna have fun this year.
Fun? That's Dale Olson's middle name. He's been signing up for this race for 21 years. Dale knows all about racing and acing. He survived 8 major battles in World War II.
Everybody calls me Grandpa, you know. I try and tell the gals my name's Dale, but they still call me Grandpa. Doesn't work. Hang on. Give you an idea. It gets tougher, though, every year. At 75 years old, it's a bummer to get in shape. I stay in shape, but boy, it's hard to stay that way. Of course, I dance Friday and Saturday nights, too, so women, I have to get younger and younger because they can't stay with me no more.
You got a strategy for this year, Grandpa?
Cheat as much as I can. At 75, you gotta cheat, or I wouldn't be in the race. Of course, don't tell Hobart that.
Meanwhile, back at the kinetic lab, final preparations are heating up. Some contestants are down to costume adjustments.
The nights in here when we work together, they're just wonderful. I mean, you know, you'll get done with it, and you've got this bond. And a lot of people that see the race, they don't see this part of it. They just think, oh, look at that cool machine, you know, can I ride it, you know? And so it's behind the scenes is where all this fun stuff really happens. You know?
We're escorts for the hog. The hog has passed away. Somebody's got to get
away. We had to put him down.
Oh, that's right. Well, we don't want anybody to know that he got hoof and mouth, and we had to shoot him.
Here's June Moxon grooming her sculpture, a frisky Appaloosa named Sparkle. Sparkle even comes with her personal fan club.
Well, the other teams, see, they've gotten everything done so early, and they've gone on to just embellishing upon the decoration they already had. There's no spirit, you know? There's no panic. It's like if they don't finish one of their little costumes or something, or if they haven't got the dance steps right for their song, you know, nothing's gonna happen. No one's gonna notice. If we don't finish, everyone's gonna notice, and we'll never hear the end of it, or at least I won't.
The Lock Nut Monster team works on into the night. Will they be ready by race time? Will they have any energy to pedal by race time? Race Day, Arcata Town Plaza. This is where entries get judged on art and safety. And it's where everybody gets a sneak peek at the out-of-town competition. Mamma mia, it's the big spicy meatballs team from Port Townsend, Washington.
Kinetic racing is our game.
And I see Elvis is in the building, or at least in the plaza.
Thank you very much.
And Fraulein Fifi, the beer-drinking kinetic poodle from Blue Lake, California.
When you're not near us, we're blue. Oh, Hobart, we love you.
Yeah, but they're saying the same thing that Bill and I just a few moments ago.
Yeah, well, I know. Well, I mean, I take my glory wherever I can get it.
Megasaurus is chomping at the bit. Anybody seen the Lock Nut Monster? Uh-oh, is that bagpipes I hear? Indeed it is. The Lock Nut Monster lads made it. They're off. Sort of. The racers will circle the plaza 3 times before the race officially begins. Not that anybody looks too worried about the official start. The Kentucky Derby, this ain't.
Okay, here we go. Racers, get ready. On your mark, get set. Let the race begin.
Okay, now it's official. Teams face 3 days of bad road, shifting sand, deep mud, and unpredictable ocean. The object is not to finish first. It's to finish at all. That's where the engineering comes in. some racers will leave no stone unturned. This is Team Monolith. Sparkle's cantering along nicely, but she's still a long way from the finish line. It's getting tougher now. After 2 miles crawling along the beach, racers have to get over these sculpture-unfriendly sand dunes. Race organizers give them a bit of a break here. They can get out and push or pull if they have to. Grandpa's looking fit and relaxed.
I'm doing good there, working. A little more to the left.
These school kids have the right idea. Forget jockeys. Lay on more pit crew.
Oak Elementary School.
This machine is notoriously top-heavy, so when you go up a hill, all the weight from the top gets shifted to the back, so it starts doing wheelies. We found that if we get these front guys grabbing the pedals with their hands and putting all their weight forward, that they actually put their weight of their bodies forward, and that keeps it down. So, really working out good.
Moment of truth. Dead man's drop. Spectators gather to see if the sculptures can handle going down as well as going up.
Long, it's sandy. It's scary.
Big Spicy Meatballs takes the plunge. Will they make it without one of their meatballs rolling off the table? Looking good. The Lock Nut Monster made it out of the starting gate, but will it make it down Dead Man's Drop? Actually, no.
How do you feel? I feel good. I'm ready.
Randy should feel good. That Luke just won his team the prodigious Golden Flipper Award.
And that was the fastest anyone's gone down that hill today. It was very kinetic.
Looked like a scared pig running through the bush.
Like, that's the best part about it. They spooked it.
Is it my imagination, or is Hog Heaven looking for an exit ramp? The survivors of Day 1 parked their kinetic sculptures under a highway bridge for the night. Well, all except Hog Heaven. Ken wasn't kidding when he said they were on a cocktail cruise.
We figured out that all this stopping is slowing us down. We probably have another drink on it, too.
I didn't see him. Hey, can you buy me a prop?
Day 2, a day when back roads and sandy beaches give way to unpredictable ocean. Some sculptures take to the water like ducks to a pond. Others show up like an accident waiting to happen. At least they know their sleeping bags will float. Big Spicy Meatballs have been waiting for this leg of the race. They're boat builders by trade. These guys, on the other hand, don't look like they're going to make up a lot of time.
This little thing is supposed to save my life. I don't know if I trust it. It's awfully girlish, too. It's that blue color.
Negasaurus is looking really confident. Even does a little water ballet with the crowd.
How's it going, Grandpa?
Terrible. Look at that. Grandpa is just flying through the water now. Grandpa's flying machine.
One of the welds broke. I'm compensating by wading this side. It's a Cinderella story.
Pretty soon it's out of the water and back on the road and right by James Holland's spread. He's enjoyed these backyard front row seats for years.
Hi, Dale. How's it going, Grandpa?
He rides his contraption, I guess you should call it, in all the parades around the country. Every year he's involved in it. So he's getting up there pretty good, but he's a tough old guy.
Hog Heaven stops for a break. Or does he have an ulterior motive? Seems like he's got his eye on that cute jersey on the far left. And Megasaurus is just gobbling up the miles, closing in on the day 2 finish line. And here it is, Camp Kavanaugh. This is where racers pull in for the night, put up their tents, and spend the evening doing repairs, swapping war stories, and swatting mosquitoes.
I passed everything on the road. Good thing the cops weren't around or I'd have got arrested.
For the Lock Nut Monster, some on-the-spot welding and a well-earned rest for the crew. In fact, rest is the operative word at Camp Kavanaugh. This is only the end of day 2. Tomorrow, they face the dreaded slimy slope.
Well, they're still trying for the ace status here, and they can get off and move the sculpture sideways or backwards a little bit to reposition themselves better, but not forward. So far, they're still got the ace status.
This is the fun part of the race, for spectators anyway. They know that anything can happen, and probably will.
I need traction!
Stop! I'm tipping!
I think Nessie's going to be visiting the chiropractor after this. Hang on, Ms. Monster. You make it to the top of Slimy Slope, it's pretty well a cruise all the way to the finish line.
We got a lot of muddy angels down here. Those wings aren't wide anymore.
The finish line, downtown Ferndale, 38 miles and 3 days later. And look, rolling blackout trundles across. This looks like she's been through a minor skirmish. But that's nothing compared to poor old mashed-up Monolith. A lost cause? Not hardly. This grizzled veteran is going to win the elusive Worst Honorable Mention Award. Just about everybody wins something at the chili feed and award ceremony, aside from the glory.
For 33 years of unconditional kinetic greatness, can we have a big round of applause for our great founder? Thank you.
The kinetic champion for the year 2001, and it is, ow, Megasaurus!
The Kinetic Champion Award is the Super Bowl trophy of this race. It goes to the sculpture that accumulates the most points in all categories.
I just want to thank Hobart for inspiring me. When I moved up here in 1977, I saw my first race down here in Ferndale, and I was blown away. I sat there and just stared at those machines and said, this is my kind of thing. Building things from junk and engineering and working hard and pedaling.
Dwayne Flatmo, a man dressed as a caveman, strumming out a flamenco tune with an egg beater. Does that make any sense at all? You know, in the world of kinetic sculpture racing, it actually does.
Oh, fame. I love it, man. I love it.